What happens when you lose faith in a system? So when I was in school, I remember in language arts, they would talk about how if no one believed in the system can't hold you down. It was part of like being against the man. So in George Orwell's, it was like 1984 or whatever that famous one is. It's basically the system only exists. Big Brother exists because we all believe he exists. And if you get deep into it, it's like, yeah, there's cameras. That's a real thing. Like he does exist, but he doesn't exist in the same way that people believe they do. Because it's all like mental games. But for me, I feel like I don't understand how the system works. As for my personal interactions as a Canadian girl, I think I was 23, 24. I took my sister to the police to file a report, and she had filed a fake police report. So I begged, said, don't press charges on my sister. She's very unwell. So they sat me down in a room and they said, we're not going to press charges on your sister. You better forgive her. She's unwell. This is after I'd been through a bunch of stuff, but I was just so happy they let her go. And then I found out that she'd been talking to the doctor about me hurting her. So CPS was called on me before I had kids. And then when I had kids, they had to come and check up to make sure I wasn't hurting them, which I don't understand how that works. But somehow police isn't involved in that because it's totally different. It's like how bylaw is totally different than police or RCMP. It's quite frustrating. I don't understand. Not this year, last year, November, 2:30 in the morning, and they did not come because they just assumed they knew who it was and they didn't think that person was really violent. And that person broke into 5 more homes before they were arrested. 5 more homes after mine, not including all the ones she broke into before mine. And she had her meth head friend who was just manipulating her the whole time because she's mentally unwell. And he had warrants out for his arrest, but you know what? Nobody showed up. Nobody did. My dog got PTSD, we rehoused my dog. That's my first dog. I only had her like 3 months, and then these 2 people break into my bedroom at 2:30 in the morning. The RCMP doesn't come. And I'm all alone with my babies in the basement. My husband is fucking underwear. What am I supposed to do? And then the RCMP just dropped the charges because they think it's going to get in the way of making her part of the crown. And I'm just like, no, that's my choice. That's my choice. So they call me and they have to apologize. And I explain, fine, you know what, if that's what you want to do, you at least have to tell me first. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Right? And then more recently, I called the cops on some guy who was trying to run people off the road in Canada on the way to Westlock. Be careful. So I called 911. I said, he almost had hit a couple people. And of course, they didn't make it. Long story short, there was like a gun siege up north, so they were all busy, which I totally understand. So they called, they said, we're busy. I said, I totally get it, you're busy. And they're like, yeah, we just want to make sure you don't lose faith. Make sure you keep calling in. It's really weird how you said he almost hit a lot of people and nobody called. And I'm like, because I don't think anyone's you guys don't, I don't understand. Honestly, it's too late for them to do anything. I don't want it sorry. I wanted them to be there when I was scared.